actually lost track of how many days I've been working on the frames for. I think it's probably, I've probably done about 6 days maybe all up. I've had a few sort of half days, which is not ideal, but when you've got appointments and things on from kids, medical appointments and different things, sickness and stuff like that, it's always a bit of a touch and go. And also just for the weather, it's been actually quite wet. Had a lot of rain, a lot of puddles sitting around. I've had water sitting across the slab. Yesterday I set up the gazebo here above me, you'll see. So I was just getting too wet. My drop soil was getting really wet and I was getting a bit over it, and I wanted to sort of keep working, and so I'll set up all my stuff underneath the gazebo here. So yeah, all I'm doing now is I've sort of mostly completed, well not really completed, but I've done a fair bit of, I'll just flip it around. I've done a fair bit of that frame over here, which is all those bedrooms and laundry and bathroom. And now what I'm doing is I'm just setting up all the plates for the outside down here. So these are all the external wall frames that go all the way around this area here. It's really hard to cut because the timber's really wet, so it's super hard to cut through. So at the moment I'm just sort of marking out plates, the last of the internal wall frames, just fine-tuning some of that detail around door openings and how studs will work and how sort of lintels that go over windows will work and all that kind of stuff. So I've just got to mark all that out on my timber now for where the studs go on these plates. Standard practice is that you've got two lengths of pine here, and you tack them together with a nail. Tack them together with a nail on either end, so they're like that. And then you mark them out where all the studs go with a little line and across, ready for me to separate these two timbers and nail everything in between. So at the moment I've got all the outside plates all there, and I've ordered up extra studs because I need extra studs for the larger of the external plates, so they're 120mm walls. And then now I'm just working on all these little frames that go in the middle here, right up to the kitchen. And then probably in a few days when I come back, I'll be starting building these frames on this side and standing them up. And then I'll probably fall back onto sort of cutting up a lot of these packs of timber here into studs, and I'll just stack them up here ready to install. The other thing I was going to say too is that I make little notes to myself as I go on these plates. So I'll actually write down, like up there where I've got a doorway, which is our bedroom doorway, I'll actually write down door on the top and bottom. So it's just easy to make these little notes on here as I go, and I'll mark out where bracing goes, and then I can throw it over on the floor and then ready to nail it all together, frame it all up. So I've lost track of how many days I've been here working on the frame. Because I teach a couple of days a week, 2 or 3 days a week, I'm sort of here inconsistently, I guess you'd say. So I've probably done, in full days, I've probably done about 7 or something like that, maybe 8, over about 2 weeks. So I've kind of done half days here and there, just because like today I'm here for the morning and then I've been called in to teach in the afternoon. Today it's just crappy though. It's still raining on and off. Actually it's just starting now. Get underneath the gazebo. Yeah, so you see I've just sort of cut a heap of studs ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a new day, hopefully not raining. You can see it's raining again, the slab's all wet. So you'll see I've got basically all the plates ready to go on the outside of the frame there. So tomorrow I'll be just spreading those plates, putting the studs in, putting the lintels in, standing them up, getting them tacked in place. And then up the other end there I've got quite a bit of work on the garage to do, we've got beams and everything and posts, but I'm just sort of waiting for all that to turn up on Monday. I've got a big delivery of all the posts and the beams and all the rafters, the LVL rafters that go up on the top of the garage as well. So the top of the garage is actually just what they call a pitched roof, so there's no trusses as such, they're just basically big beams. It's really starting to come down now, the rain. So what I'm doing here is, this is kind of one of the last of the plates for the bedrooms, kids' bedrooms. So I need to make sure that the door sizes on the plans will fit on this wall. What I did though is, in my son's room, I've got double 720 doors, so 2 double doors on here and a single 720, but because the wall's quite big, it's about 3 meters long, I managed to put double 820 doors, so just a little bit bigger opening. So I'm just double checking here that I can fit a double 820 here and either an 820 or a 720 here, that's in millimeters, then that'll work, and then that's pretty much the robes done, and then I'm going to concentrate on building these next set of frames.